So, while we were absent, I did a lot of Chalice dungeoning.
That sounds fun.
We stopped at Lower Pthumeru last time, so I want to show you 2 out of the 4 bosses you can encounter in Lower Pthumeru.
I want to tell you, slowbeef, I am mercilessly watching this video.
So this is actually a repeat boss in Lower Pthumeru, but if you notice, they hit pretty hard, these guys.
Seems to be a trend with the latter Chalice dungeons.
Now, I'll tell you the truth. I had footage of my original fight with these guys. We lost it in Dropbox shenanigans. So this is a redo fight with, this time around I have like vastly more levels, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still a hard fight, but not quite as hard as it originally was.
You're at a more normal level, right? Because I feel like you've been doing a lot of this game under-leveled. And I think people people have confirmed that more or less.
Well, apparently the thing about the Chalice dungeons is they do exist outside the New Game Plus cycle, you know? So, like, I mean, I guess it does get harder with New Game Plus, but not, like, as much as everything else in the game does, you know?
Sure.
Point being that, like, you can do Chalice dungeons on any New Game cycle, but you're probably meant to do it, like, somewhere in the level numbers in, like, the hundreds, you know?
And how many Chalice dungeons do I need to watch before I become a Watcher Chieftain?
I think there are 5 classes total of Chalice dungeon.
I thought you were going to say there are 5 tiers of watching things.
One thing I don't like, by the way, so Chalice dungeon bosses kind of range. There's like 2 or 3 really, really cool ones. And then there's like stuff like this, you know? Yeah. We've seen this boss before, and it's like also a regular enemy a lot of the time, you know?
Right.
So I think this is the cycle where I finally like have enough and kill these guys. But yeah, so I didn't include a lot of footage of the Chalice dungeons themselves proper because I really do have to admit they're all really samey.
How do you feel about this addition to the game overall? Like, would this be something you'd be welcome to see in Dark Souls 3, or something you just would rather do without?
I would await the Souls game where somebody said this is Chalice dungeons done right. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It's like, I would not be like, yes, they're back in 3. I'd be like, oh shit, I hope they got it right this time, you know?
Nice slow fade, by the way. Tasteful.
Thank you. This is Undead Giant Mark II, okay?
This is the first one you had a lot of trouble with?
No, this is the one I had a lot of trouble with. Did you see that one hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Undead Giant Mark II is actually why I stopped Chalice dungeoning for the majority of our playthrough. He is one of the cheapest bosses in the entire, if not the cheapest boss, well, I know, well anyway, one of them, okay? There's not a lot of great tricks to this guy. He can pretty much 1-2 shot you at almost any level that you're at. Like, even if you're super over leveled for him, he's still a big pain in the ass.
What is that on his right hand?
Do you mean the big hammer thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like some kind of like...
Like it's a fucked up paw?
It's like some kind of petrified elephantitis, maybe? The only, like, advice I have for this guy is, did you see that tumor thing on his back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see how that you hit it once, and it gave, like, a giant damage burst?
Like popping a zit.
Yeah. Save it for the end.
It's exactly like popping a zit. The blood and everything that keeps coming out.
Now, one surprising thing, by the way, getting hit by his paw, like, when he bashes it down, doesn't even hurt you that bad. It's all the other attacks that really... kind of one-hit kill you. And did you notice how he has chains?
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice when he spun, the chains spin around him and there's like a ball at the end of one?
That ruins your shit?
Yeah, see, like, it's like a second attack that happens, like, immediately after that spin.
It's like wearing weighted training clothes.
This fight sucks. In fact, remember Talon, the guy we gave the PS4 and Bloodborne to at RTX?
Of course, shout out.
He called into Skype and told me he liked Bloodborne, but not as much as the other Souls games, and cited this boss in particular as the reason why he didn't like it as much as other Souls games.
Well, he played the shit out of it at least.
That's true, yeah.
This far. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Here is also another strategy where I'm like, I'm too worried about getting one-shotted. But look, like, I have tons of blood vials and health. It's just that it's so easy to, like, die to them, you know? Oh, let me tell you really quickly about the other two bosses of Lower Pthumeru. It's, Rom the Vacuous Spider and another repeat boss. Fighting Rom again is, eh.
So what did you do when you achieved victory here? What sound emanated from you?
I was on stream when I did it, so it was just sort of a, kind of thing, if I remember. Oh, no, I wasn't. It was more relief. Alright, so this is actually Lower Hintertomb, Chalice Dungeon. You may notice it looks a lot like Lower Pthumeru.
Yeah, a little bit.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, it's regular Hintertomb, not Lower. Anyways, as I was saying before, so yeah, there's a couple there's
usual
Rom.
tactics apply.
Yeah, this is just old hat now. Yeah. I don't even have to.
Been there. I made one of you fall down a shaft once, no problem. So this is after the Undead Giant?
Yes. This is the next, like, level of Chalice Dungeon, more or less.
Doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't, honestly.
Oh no.
This is Undead Giant Mark III.
He's got a gun?
Yeah, he's got a big fucking cannon arm.
That's awesome.
It's kind of awesome, yeah. He is honestly a lot more fair than Undead Giant Mark II, even though he still hits pretty hard.
So would you say this version of the Undead Giant is canon? Thank you. Video over.
I did the series over. So I honestly like this boss fight a shit ton better than the previous Undead Giant.
Because he's facing the corner and not hitting you at all? Except that
right.
Whoa, point blank.
Oof, yeah. Would you believe I'm still alive, though? Yeah, so... Yeah, Undead Giant Mark III it's still fun. He's actually a regular enemy in some parts of the Chalice Dungeon.
Please refill my ammo. I don't know how. I literally can't do it.
That gets you through Hintertomb level 2.
Oh.
Level 3,
Are there enough Chalice Dungeons to be its own game? Because it feels like the Chalice Dungeon content is close to equaling, like, the other content.
The problem is there's so much repetition with Chalice Dungeons,
yeah, so it's hard to tell. Oh no, not you again.
Worst problem, Poison Swamp.
Ooh, it's Blight Town and Bloodborne Beast.
So, you know how Chalice Dungeons are kind of randomly generated? Well, or rather, the root ones are, but...
Yeah.
At any rate, the idea behind them is they're piecemeal dungeons constructed out of other rooms, you know?
Right.
So, there is a poison swamp in Chalice Dungeons, and at the very least, it's a little more interesting than Blight Towny stuff, but at the end of the day, what the hell else are you gonna do with
the boss rooms also
swamp?
randomly generated?
I don't think they are. I think you fight them all in in preset arenas.
Okay.
It's complicated, but this is a regular Chalice dungeon, which is preset, you know, by the designers. It's designed. But root chalices are the ones that are randomly generated.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like a whole thing. Anyway, Bloodborne Beast Mark II is not bad at all. And do you remember when we were doing the DLC, we countered a Bloodborne Beast in the wild, as an enemy?
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of confident about it. I was like, screw it, I killed one in the Chalice dungeon.
I do.
You know? I was referring to this Bloodborne Beast in particular, Mark II, you know? Because you can see now, now that I'm a little less afraid of him, he is very easy to parry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was actually... Yeah, this is the first time my first attempt at him, too, so...
Baller.
Yeah. So let's see, that's...
Now,
that's
two Bloodborne Beasts. And an Undead Giant.
Welcome to Lower Hintertomb. You might have... Yeah, Brainsucker.
They ran out of names now, didn't they?
You might get confused at how Lower Hintertomb looks compared to regular Hintertomb and Lower Pthumeru, because I think they all look pretty fucking samey.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I will say the ones after Hintertomb, like Ailing Loran and stuff, there's at least a palette change, more or less, but...
Is
Anyway.
it still very gray?
Brainsucker, I think, is actually a regular enemy that they just gave boss stats to. But he does suck your brains.
Lives up to the hype, yeah.
Look at my insight, too.
Oh, God.
He eats your insight, if you can believe that sort of thing. What a jerk. So
Well,
Jack
now you can
Slate's
ask
had
him
his...
to buy some things for you.
That's true. So, here's a plan where I try to clip through that pillar that didn't go too well.
Well, I gotta say, with how you're going about this fight, Brainsucker isn't gonna get much in the nutrition department, right?
I hear you. And
He has
you know,
like
when
a
I say
hat that people in the 60s who wear pajamas wear. It's a little pajama hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he gets to suck a lot of brain.
Just like my pajama hat.
And I think this one, yeah, he belches right after he sucks the brain too. Which, like, if you look at him, he looks...
So the brain fluid goes from his brain directly to his stomach?
Yeah, I guess
Like, how does it
yeah.
become a burp?
I don't know, because it's coming out of his head, right?
Yeah.
So...
He
he's
farts
clearly
after he does that one.
Oh, my lord.
Why are you going with the slow weapon? You just gotta whack him off once.
Fuck it, we'll do it Raiders of the Lost Ark style. Actually, I hadn't planned on killing him.
Remember when Eddie came across the brain sucker? Yeah.
That's right. Who do we got next? We got Forgotten Madman, a new boss.
Oh. Remember me, please!
So Forgotten Madman is a hunter boss, you know?
Yeah.
You can see he's got Ludwig's holy sword.
And it's glowing blue.
Holy
What's
blade.
that mean?
And that I don't know. He's also got, I can't remember the name of the gun, but he has also the thing that Mikolash had, you know, that attack with the tentacles?
Yes.
That's Forgotten Madman for you.
Could it be arcane imbued?
That could be it, yeah. Possibly.
Or maybe
also,
there's
like,
orcs nearby.
There's also special weapons in the Chalice dungeons, which are just like, I mean, there's a couple of uniques, but like they're usually like lost or uncanny versions of the weapons you have. They're just stat boosted, you know.
Right.
That said, I've never encountered a lost one, so maybe those ones are those ones glow a magic color. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Possibly. Ooh, watch it, you. Watch it, Forgotten Madman. Oh, look at that!
Oh, honey, I'm back.
So enter the Bell Gargoyle-ish kind of boss.
Are we
you
talking
know?
Dark Souls 2 gargoyles? Or they're gonna be Madman's escort, Madman's butler,
Nah, just these
Madman's tutor, Madman's madman.
two. Madman's neighbor, Madman's uncle, Madman's friend. So
Madman's
he's
extended
Madman.
family.
So the escort has a Kirk hammer and a flamethrower, and is not a very good escort, as you'd
Very
say.
effective flamethrower.
No. Well, you say that, but actually, it works okay.
If
you know.
you purposely roll into the flames and stand there, yes.
Yeah. And then if you manage to catch him in this niche corner here, then he's just done.
Who you escorting now, huh? I'm the king of the dungeon.
Loser.
Now I am the forgotten one.
All right, so next up, meet one of my favorite... Wait, let me just make sure it's the right one. Yes, meet one of my favorite bosses.
Okay.
This is Pthumerian Elder. If you remember, we thought Pthumerian Descendant earlier.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, he has a transforming fire staff thing. And a cane, mind you.
And is parryable.
Maybe... And he's parryable.
And looks constantly surprised.
And he teleports,
Oh.
mind. So he's actually, I think, a pretty fun boss. He's got like kind of a lot of moves, you know, a little unpredictable and stuff.
Yeah.
Unless you parry him and then you just reach
The
into his
fact that it's
crotch.
not a repeat of another boss's house.
Exactly, yeah. Like he looks kind of like Pthumerian Descendant, but he's not, you know, a complete ripoff of. Pthumerian Descendant just had the one weapon,
Right.
like those sickles, you know. Ooh. Then he has shit like that, and we haven't even seen his second form yet.
Looks mighty cool.
He's a cool fight. I did beat him my first time, as you can see from the 40k echoes in the upper right. But I do think it was a fun fight all in all, and I feel like it was one of those things I got a little lucky. Like, his mace attack is kind of anonymous, you know?
So everything that you're showing me right now, was this done in a single stream?
Actually, no. Or, no, definitely not. Hintertomb, though, I did plow through. I feel like I didn't stream Hintertomb, I just did that on my own.
You should have said yes, I would have been mighty impressed.
No, because, so, here's the problem with Chalice dungeons. You need material to enter the next one. So the idea is, like, you could finish a Chalice dungeon and then have to, like, go back and farm for dumb shit to get to the next one. Oh, here's Form 2.
Now I have more fire?
He has more weapons this time.
Ooh.
Like, that. Little mini Moonlight Holy Blade deal.
I gotcha.
Yeah, fortunately, I don't know what that lance attack is.
Stick with what you know.
Yeah, more or less. So, and the teleport, he's a fun boss, I think. Oh. Ooh. That was close. Okay, so yeah.
Do you think this is a place where they had boss rejects go when they were coming up with ideas?
Oh, I gotcha. So, like, maybe Pthumerian Elder,
like
Pthumerian
not cool
Descendant.
enough for the main game, but like, well, we don't want to waste it.
See, it's weird, because, like, Pthumerian Elder, I think, is kind of cool enough for the main game, you know?
Yeah. What would you take out for Pthumerian Elder?
Witch of Hemwick. No, actually, I liked Witch of Hemwick, now that I think about it. I don't know. Lawrence was a pretty boss, you know? Oh, I haven't showed you the footage of all this. So. Anyway.
Beat off Lawrence, though?
Hey, it's Beast Possessed Soul.
Oh, yay!
Yeah,
Oh, that's what a soul looks like?
Do you remember there was an enemy that we fought like this? It was at the bottom of the tower after the healing church thing.
A little, maybe?
I wouldn't forgive you if you didn't. This is that enemy.
I gotta be honest, I see things like this every day. So.
We are in, by the way, Ailing Loran. You can see the colors a little different, you know?
Oh, yeah. Brightens up the place.
Totally new Chalice dungeon thing. Yeah. So there's 5 Chalice dungeon, like, archetypes in all. There's Pthumeru, Hintertomb, Ailing Loran, and then the last one. And I almost totally skip, because by that, there's a point where you start to get a little sick of Chalice dungeons.
Because it's just too intense, I would not be able to take it.
I will say this, though. If you notice, I have like 55k echoes in this boss fight, you know?
I forget that by now, is that a lot or just like a level?
It's a level.
Okay.
But that said, I mean, that's 1 level of a 3-level Chalice dungeon.
Yeah, okay.
So, and honestly, this is mid-range. The Chalice dungeons, you get sick echoes.
Sick?
Like, sick echoes. Just sick echoes. What do you think of this boss, by the way?
Seems okay.
Yeah, he's kind of like in the middle of the road.
Legs are kind of on the scrawny side.
It's funny though, you got me thinking about what boss I would take out for Pthumerian Elder, for example. And I don't know. I do like
Beast
a lot of
Possessed Soul. You feel pretty good about it being in the reserves.
Yeah. Beast Possessed Soul I'm alright with.
Is that a beast, though? Is like a minotaur?
He looks like a werewolf guy, kind of, but he's got horns, you know? He reminds me of the Castlevania werewolves. You know the like werewolves in the recent games, how they kind of know karate and shit for some reason?
I didn't play the recent Castlevanias. But if you would tell me there's wolf karate in them, I would check them out.
There is wolf karate in them. The recent Castlevanias are weird, but cool that way. That one I did parry him.
You were halfway there, close enough.
Like I pulled the trigger on the gun, but he managed to
They
punch.
call me Perry-possessed soul.
Uh-oh, out of bullets. Oh, we'll fix that. Yeah, so anyway, Ailing Loran is about where I start to feel a little anemic in terms of power, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dying, but you can see, like, I'm not killing the boss anywhere near as fast as even with Pthumerian Elder, you know?
This feels like a boss you would take out pretty quickly, or you should take out pretty quickly.
Yeah, right? You're gonna be seeing a couple things like that.
Oh my god, how long is this video?
Oh,
just in
look
time.
at that. Yep. That'll
Even
do
Beast
it.
Possessed Soul is like, oh my god, he's a popular messenger.
I couldn't possibly as many message subscribers as he does.
So that's how messengers work? It's like the YouTube of Yarnum?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Like and subscribe to my messages for more.
And that's that.
Well, that was a boss.
That was a boss. So, Ailing Loran layer 2.
That doubled your echoes, I just noticed.
Yeah. Bloodstarved Beast Mark 3. Here's the problem with Bloodstarved Beast Mark 3. Look at his HP.
Oh dear.
What this? Yeah, this is a hard boss fight.
Does he behave any different than your typical Bloodstarved Beast?
He doesn't, but the problem is, like, if he catches you in that, you know, that big attack of his, that's pretty much insta-kill. Again. Look at, like, a visceral is usually a pretty solid attack, and I would have to do roughly, what, like, I can't even do math right now, 14 more of them to finish this. Yeah, the only good news is Bloodstarved Beast, you kind of get used to him, and by now, and...
Is the arena being kind of small your detriment at all?
Yeah, well, kind of. He's just a weird boss in general, like... You know, he's so fast that even if you were to get some distance, he closes it really quickly. It's, like, better to, like, kind of keep him where you can see him. Mm-hmm. So I guess in that sense, maybe it's better to have him up close and personal.
Okay.
Also, I'll never get used to the fact that you cannot parry that, like, long right hook he does, that move. Have you noticed that move now seeing... Yeah.
I remember that from the first encounter.
Most beasts, by the way, are in fact damaged by fire, if you didn't know.
I did.
The trick is, yeah, fire hurts beasts and bolt hurts kin.
I knew from how much you used against Beast Possessed Soul.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Did you ever run into a problem where for these super high HP bosses your weapon broke?
Yeah.
Figures.
Not these. And, I mean, honestly, if I repaired the weapon and came back, then it was okay, but, like, I've had the weapon break in the middle of it. The good news is, though, Ludwig is a good substitute, or a good secondary weapon. I know other people would argue it should be the other way around, even, but... I like Saw Spear.
I've grown to be okay with it.
It's not in this video, but I have another Chalice Dungeon boss fight that lasted 12 minutes that I probably have to edit.
12.
Yeah, this...
How many attempts was that?
Actually, not that many. But that is... Well, you'll see.
How are you gonna get out of this one? Oh.
That was pretty close.
You know how to put on a show, I must say.
Even when you know the outcome, more or less.
I'm not entertainment-starved beast, I'll tell you that. It'd be a great boss, wouldn't it? Someone just sitting on a couch being bored.
Just clicking a remote control.
Nothing on. And then the form tunes exactly like this. There's no good TV!
You get the opposite of Frenzy, like, on Wii. Your hunter just, like, sits down.
Form 3 stands up and the ass is, like, connected to the couch.
Oh, dear.
We should make a Dark Souls game, is all I'm saying.
I think that's what we should do. And I'm glad it ended on a visceral attack, because I hate Bloodstarved Beast. And that's the last time we ever have to see him in the whole game, I think.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not, but... That is... Now we go to Ailing Loran Boss 3, who I actually forget who this is, but this should be the final boss fight of our video.
Could it be Rom?
No, not Rom.
Could it be
Abhorrent Beast?
Abhorrent Beast?
Abhorrent Beast, aka Dark Beast Parl Jr. He gave me a lot of trouble, actually. This is a really rough boss fight. That said, again, it's kind of B-roll for me, as far as I'm concerned, you know? If I remember, you can't really parry him. He's just extremely fast. He has, like, a lot of little quick attacks.
So is he exactly like Carl?
No. He's nothing like Garl, really. He's just electrical and a beast.
Okay.
No, he has a lot of, like, just punches and shit like that, you know? Mm. He's a tough boss to, like, kind of get in on and stay in on.
Would it have psyched you out if I'd told you, like, it looks like there's tons of little leeches coming out of him instead of hair?
Is that what it looks like?
Like some kind of wormy bug things.
I would not be that surprised by that,
I mean,
honestly.
it's hair, but, you know.
No, I think I hear you.
That would be disgusting, Beast.
Yeah, he's not... Yeah, I mean, you can see now as he gets a little stronger, he has a little more elemental attacks, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, honestly, I don't hit him very hard, but he hits me very hard. Mm-hmm. So you have to do the fight pretty damn well.
Kind of with you on B-roll.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, 3-4 hit combo type of deals also, you know? Yeah, again, I don't know, like, not enough... He's not bad enough where I'd say it's a bad boss. He's just not, you know.
Like, if this boss were in Demon Souls, would you be like, damn?
Well, the PS4 graphics in Demon Souls? Yeah,
yes,
probably.
exactly. Like, exactly this boss.
I don't know. He's just kind of there. He's not as fast as Bloodstarved Beast, you know? And...
He's fairly predictable.
He is. The only thing that sucks about him, though, is, again, like, if you get caught in a combo,
you
just
gotta stay on your game.
I would say he was one of the... After Undead Giant Mark II, he was another big wall I hit. Mm. Yeah, there's that, too. There were 3 major walls, but this is more or less the big one.
What level were you at here?
Actually, it was before we did the No, it was a little after we did the DLC, so... I think I beat Orphan of Kaz and then went to do this stuff,
this is
or...
Like 90s? 80s?
70s, 80s. And that's, where we're on. 85K for that boss. Damn. Yeah. The Chalice dungeons start giving out ridiculous echoes.
So how much more chalicing is left?
2 more dungeons.
Oh, goodness. Are you gonna do them all?
We'll see next time.
Oh my God.